Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it's October 5th, 2023, the last warm day. I think we're going to have, we may get some rain tonight, definitely get rain tomorrow. So I want to get a little bit more earthworks, the excavation done with a Takeuchi TB290 Elon, the main man, done over here. So my thoughts are, yesterday I got this section dug out. The small section here, and I put a little ramp here. I may extend that out a little bit further as I think about it now, but what I think I'm going to do is leave a nice margin for the roots of these trees here and dig out right around in here and open this area up some, and then I'll go back over there and do a little bit more over there. I'll probably put a ramp sort of like that going up in this direction here, right up in here, and this is where a swale will come down in here. It'll be a really gradual swale, really more of a spillway, you know, for the pasture area, which will ultimately be reforested in the future, unless we put in some prairie flowers and all. So, and this will be the main swale system coming up. So I want to capture as much as I can, and I probably will have to put one more small area right in here to capture what misses the higher area there and keep it going down. The only thing I don't like is it is pretty darn low there where those rocks are, and it may want to pool and go around because it's mounded up here, but I want to be real careful. These are beautiful trees. I don't want to damage their roots. So I hate to come around and then put a swale system going in this way, but we'll see. Spring will tell us what we're going to do. So I'm going to go back. I went ahead and got Elon and the Hulk both greased up yesterday, refueled. Everything's all set. So I'll go get Elon now, come back and get started. So maybe we can get the main construction of this pond done today. Then we just have cleanup, which can not have to be a big rush job. So here we go. Well, it looks like we're going to have another beautiful day. October 4th, it's the end of a very warm spell in October. Yesterday, we may have set a record. I think we got to 87 degrees yesterday here in near Oswego, New York. And so today I'm going back over to the new pond that I'm excavating over on the new property. And I'm done doing the excavation of the new small pond, Pond 8, over here on this property, and the one in the forested area. The one that we're digging now is in a forested area as well. So I was running low on fuel yesterday, so I brought Elon. I actually brought the Hulk and Elon. So Elon is what I'm in now. This is Takeuchi TB290. I've had this for 2 years. Absolutely love this machine. Man, this is such a powerhouse. It still is a compact excavator, so it's not as big as the real big monsters, but being the 290, this thing here does an amazing job. Very fuel efficient, and with the 3-foot excavation bucket, I can get quite a bit of fill moved in a short period of time with this piece of equipment. I wish I had gotten this one years ago, but I'm tickled pink that I've got it now. It is diesel, but it's pretty darn efficient. The diesel fumes from this are nothing like the units without the DEF on it. So this works pretty darn nice. I love that it's, I also have a 4-foot angled grading bucket, so it's got the hydraulics, so the angle works very well. So that's been fantastic. I haven't used that bucket this year. I did get the quick hitch, the hydraulic quick hitch coupler for this. I don't know that I would recommend doing that. I'm not switching buckets very often. Now we're getting down to the new little area that the Beaver had occupied. This was a vernal pool. I put in a canal, planted some swamp white oak trees that are in the tree tubes here. See here. And I set up some of the game cameras here, and I recorded some of the Beaver actually rebuilding this small little dam that they recreate over the spillway. So this is our road. I put in these roads. This one, a buddy of mine, Jesus, probably 12 years ago, took some of the fill from the ponds up above and brought it down here with a great big loader and dropped some, but I ended up putting lots of stone wall in here and old concrete, different old construction debris, rocks, stone wall mostly, and some concrete in here, and then put, as I would excavate hugelkultur pits, I would use that fill that I dug out of the hugelkultur pits and put it in here. And there's a roadway up there that I'm not using now because the Beaver keep digging out the stones from the roadway there so that they can get to the new section that they're occupying. So I haven't found their den, their bank den yet. That's one of the things. Now I've got to watch for turtles here. Lately, boy, there's been a lot of painted turtles out here in the roadways. There's another frog. Get out of the way, frog. So I'll stop here for a second. This is the lower Beaver Pond right here. And that leads across the roadway down to the new place, and they're really modifying that whole area a lot. This is the third Beaver Pond down here. Big drop off over 6 foot down to that level. There's another dam down there, but that dam's on my neighbor's property. And you might be able to notice up there a great big pond. That's the upper Beaver Pond. That's 6 feet in elevation above the one that we're just at here. So our pond levels all go from this height here down to 12 foot lower, a 6 foot, and then another 6 foot change in depth. These are all spillways that I'm driving over here. So when we get heavy rains or big runoff in the springtime, there's all these little spillways. This section here is a road that I finished off last year. Lots of stone wall in this road. This is all real swampy. So right over in this area here, that's about a 5 foot drop right here. Then it drops further down to the other area. So that's how much stone I filled in here. This is still on our left up here is part of the Beaver Pond, the upper Beaver Pond. And this is the road across the Beaver Pond that I put in last year. A lot of stone wall went into this one, I'll tell you. And a lot of big boulders. So stop here. So you can't see all of it, but this is the upper Beaver Pond. All around here. It goes around down that area where the other road is. We're not going down that area today. And and we own most of this. There's a few feet that the neighbors have there. They have about 20 foot of that pond over there. That's why I made the road here. Otherwise I would have gone around the pond instead of making my way through it. And I'd love to widen these roads out some, so that I could eventually use my dump trailer behind the tractor, but it really involved widening of the road because my dump trailer is much wider. You can carry a piece of equipment like the track loader, which is almost as wide as this. Well, it probably is the same width as this excavator. But anyways, this excavator, this is so good for transplanting larger trees, like 20 foot, 25, maybe 30 foot trees. But the 30 foot trees would be slender ones. But anything up to 20 foot I can usually transplant, as long as it doesn't have a lot of lateral branches on it. So now we're on the area what we call base camp, coming right up to a base camp clearing right here. This is the base camp clearing right here. A lot of hugelkultur pits right in here. Those are the trees I took down from this spot right here last year. And I took down a few more, making the roadway that we're going up right now. But this is a roadway, we'll get up here in just a minute. This is all solid. I put everything that I'm initially talking about and riding on right here in last year. So this is a shorter cut to get to the area that I'm excavating for the pond. The other way around goes all the way over that direction there, along the eastern property line. And that's where we transplanted quite a few oak trees along the property line. We still have more to do. And probably this next week we'll be doing the next couple of weeks we'll be doing a lot of transplanting. So this whole area has been pretty solid because I built this. I got this all compacted down, but we're going uphill right now still. So the water never really settled in this area. Whereas the area we're about to go on now is an area that's closer to level. Not level, but it had undulations in it right up ahead here. So that's where I took a lot of stone wall out, and from here right up to the where we exit onto the pond site, this is all stone wall. And the material that we're riding on now that you can see is the sandy gravel material that came out of the pond excavation right here. So it helps have something nice and smooth on top of the stone that's down in there. Otherwise you beat the heck out of our undercarriage if we have anything dangling down there. This morning, took a quick look at things. First thing in the morning, each morning, I set aside time to do office work, and a lot of that's working with our used book sale business, selling on eBay. Almost all of them on eBay now. I've pretty much stopped Amazon. Over here is a roadway going over to the pasture that I've been working on, and the hugelkultur pits over there. This was all a large stone wall. There's still stones over there. I took out some of the trees that were on top of the stone wall. I still have the horse run-ins, which are over in that direction to take down in another building. And they'll go into hugelkultur pits. All that woody material break down over the years. Just like these root balls and branches and all that I took out of the area where there was 2 trees that were still viable, but they had multiple trunks on them. So I decided to take those out. Coming up on the pond now, or the future pond, I should say. This whole area here I filled in yesterday from excavating the pond. Over time this will solidify. Right now it's real soft because a lot of it's right on top of all of the topsoil that's here. Trying to decide my positioning here. Turn on the backup camera so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm a good 10 feet from these trees right here. So I think I'll do is start curling my marginal zone right here, and then start digging down into here, and then I'll go over here and expand this area as well. So that's the plan at this point. And where am I going to put this soil? A lot of trees here, so I don't want to bang into anything. You can see it's a challenge here. So I think I'll put some soil right up over in here for now. And just got to be real careful with my swing and everything. But it'll all work out. I'm all greased up, all fueled up, and ready to rock and roll. Okay, I'm quitting a little bit earlier today, but I thought what I'd do is review what I've accomplished, I guess this week. I think it was just this, or in the last several days anyways. So the first day I just sort of explored the area, trying to find the rocks and knocking down the tall weeds and grasses and all. And finally I found the boulders. Here's one right here, and there's another one right up over there. and I pulled them up out of an area where they were really sunken in over here in the soil. And the next day I went ahead and excavated sort of a channel here, which was only as deep as you could see here, a little bit of water in the base of it, and it just went over to where that tree is there and came back. Then the following day I went ahead and came over here and started excavating out some of this deeper hole, which I got some of that done. Then the next day I excavated some over there and more of this hole. And the next day I excavated, I guess I finished this hole and worked over in this area. I'm getting my days all mixed up. And then yesterday I worked over here, working in here. I got about to that, just to that point there. And today I worked and expanded the area in here. I've got the soil too high here now that I can see. It's almost like an optical illusion when the equipment's sinking in the soil and you're tilted, and so my whole perception of level or the grade, following the grade, isn't that great. But I did cut some not swales but little passageways, almost like spillways, to try and drain water from the uphill area. And there is an issue with a drain that drains from the house that actually, you can see, oh, the little garter snake's he's got a great big spider. What's going on with this thing? What's, come on, camera. Oh, he's got a frog. He's got a small frog, a tree frog. Sand. So anyways, the property slopes down in this direction, and the water used to get totally saturated there, really make this a big wet mess area here. Then the water, when it would overflow, would go down along that side. But the pipe that drains the buildings up there is below ground level right here in this spot. So I dug out one pipe, and it's over there on top of the pile over there. Come on, camera. And I still have a lot of work to move things around, but you could see how this gradually drops down into the pond here. And I really don't want to dig any deeper in here and destroy the roots of these trees. At least at this point I don't. You can see I damaged some of the roots here. So we're supposed to get some rain this week, so we'll see. Supposed to get some rain tonight. I would like to have gotten this spread out more and moved most of this material. So these are piles that I did today. That one and this one, and all the material spread out here. But that can all wait to another point. We have a rummage sale we're going to go to this evening. So that's it. That's the project where we're at. I think the size of the pond this year, I'm done with that. I have a lot of dress up work to do around here, and I've got to see how the water actually runs when we are getting rain. And I've got to do some of the work with the pile there, take down a couple of buildings, change some wiring up there, and move some of the rocks to key locations around here, the boulders around the margins for sitting purposes. Dress that area up there, but I got to bring a pole saw down, trim off some of these limbs so I can drive around here without doing any more damage. So that's it for today's video. I hope it was somewhat entertaining. I'm always very entertained by it. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye now.